So, how do we determine what our problem, cause, and solution are? We have to begin by determining what our persuasive question or claim is. There are three kinds of persuasive question. Knowing what kind of persuasive question or claim you have will help you determine those best available means. The first kind of claim is a fact claim. A fact claim argues that something is true or false. A fact claim is also not something that is already an established fact. Let's look at a few examples. Chewbacca is a Wookiee. Now this would not be a fact claim, this would just be a regular old fact. Just as if I said the earth is round. Now that might have been a debatable and arguable fact claim in the past, but now it's just an established fact. This would also just be a fact. Blue is part of the visible light spectrum. This isn't something that I can prove true or false because it's something that has already been proven true or false. A fact claim is something that has not already been proven outrightly true or false. So, if I were to make the case that Chewbacca is or is not part of the Rebel Alliance, that would be a fact claim. I could present evidence, use good sound reasoning, appeal to emotion, and illustrate my own credibility and authority as a speaker in order to prove to my target audience, yes, Chewbacca is part of the Rebel Alliance, or no, Chewbacca is not. The second kind of claim is a value claim. A value claim debates the relative merits of something. So, a value claim first establishes some criteria and then takes that criteria and applies it to a specific case. In simpler terms, a value claim argues whether something is right or wrong, best or worst, fair or unfair, ethical or unethical, moral or immoral, reasonable or unreasonable. A value claim debates whether something fits the criteria you've established or whether it doesn't. Some examples will help clarify this. If I argue that adopting a pet is more beneficial than purchasing one from a breeder, I would not be presenting a fact claim. I would be presenting a value claim. I would be debating the relative merits or benefits of purchasing a pet from a breeder versus adopting one. I would first have to define what I mean by more beneficial and then show the audience that adopting a pet is going to be more beneficial to them than the opposite. In this example, citizens have a responsibility to maintain biodiversity. I am arguing the relative merits of the word responsibility. I'm going to have to define what I mean by a citizen's responsibility, and then illustrate that part of that responsibility as a citizen is to help make sure that we have biodiversity on this planet. I'm essentially implying that it's irresponsible to not take care or not maintain biodiversity. The last kind of claim is a policy claim. Policy claims advocate actions by a specific group of people or a specific audience member. In a policy claim, you're trying to get somebody to do something, as opposed to just trying to show them that something is true or false or right or wrong. So, let's say my stormtroopers were pitching an idea to Darth Vader for a solar-powered Death Star. This would be a policy claim. Getting Darth Vader to actually support this action means that not only is he changing his mind about keeping the Death Star conventional, but he's also willing to take action. The same would go if I was trying to convince you to join the Rebel Alliance and bring down the Empire. I am asking you to take specific action. Next time, we'll talk about the content of persuasion. We'll begin with credibility and emotion, and then devote a bit more time to logic. I'll see you next time.